Hello, welcome to Pompano Beauty Academy. You are attending Pompano Beauty Academy's Advanced Aesthetics course. Now, this video is a very short snip video. I just want you guys to be familiar with Zoom. So your weekly lectures will be taught through Zoom, administered through YouTube. Every single week, I will be sending you guys a YouTube link video via email, not text message, but via email. It will include the video with click me, play me, video attached, something under the sun that sounds like that. Oh, that kind of rhymes. So I just want to take you guys through so you guys are able to see exactly what is Zoom. I want you guys to feel familiar with working Zoom. I want you guys to feel familiar with YouTube. It's very self-explanatory. You're just clicking the link, you're watching the link, okay? Now in a moment, I'm going to share my screen, and I also want you guys to become familiar with the platform that you guys are going to see. Now you guys have your books, okay? You guys have your books, or you will be receiving them actually during orientation. So this video here will either hit you before orientation or after orientation. However, leaving orientation, you will have your books. This semester, we'll be working out of 2 books taught by Milady. Okay, 2 textbooks. I'm going to show you guys exactly what it looks like on my end from the electronic version. Okay, everything you see on my end is equivalent to what is in your textbook. The only thing that may be different is 1 or 2 page numbers may be thrown off a little. So if I say I'm looking at something on page 98 in your textbook, it may be 96 or maybe 97. Okay, does that make sense? All right. Now, in a moment, I'm going to share my screen. So I'm going to be doing a whole lot of sharing screens, and I'm going to show you guys actually both textbooks because I want you guys to be familiar and feel comfortable with the formatting of both textbooks. Okay. Actually, I'm going to stop for a moment. One memento. Okay, I'm back. I'm now going to share the other book. Okay. This here is the big book, not big back, big book. Okay. It is the fundamentals book. So you have the foundations book, which is the small book, the fundamentals book, which is the big book. I'm not going to call it by its government name. I'm not going to do that. I will be saying big book, small book. Okay. Now that we have that under control, I want you guys to now see the formatting that I'm going to be doing. Okay. So every single week, you will see a similar format to what you were looking at now. It's very self-explanatory, I promise you, okay? You will see text. I'm going to go to a chapter. Let's go to chapter 6. Let's just tickle me fancy and go to chapter 6. Okay. So you will see a chapter. Now, even though I'm not going page by page, paragraph by paragraph, sentence by sentence, okay? When I teach, you guys will see I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be teaching you guys and educating you guys with what is common knowledge and crucial to what you need to know to be successful in this course, okay? Some of the stuff is very redundant. Some of the stuff is very repetitive. I'm not going to be going over the same thing every single week. And then another thing, you'll see that what we're learning in school via in class is a little bit more accelerated to what you may be seeing in the text. For example, week 2, we will be covering facial machines. Facial machines, meaning the steamers, the microdermabrasion machine, the high frequency machine, LED, all of that will be covered week 2. Okay. However, you won't hear about facial machines until I believe it's week 4 or 5 via the text. So you're already 2 or 3 steps ahead of the game. I try to introduce new content to you guys before you guys are seeing it in the book. It's one thing to read about what is a facial machine. It's another thing to actually touch a steamer, touch a microdermabrasion machine. Okay, does that make sense? So you'll see some things I'll go into detail with, some things I will not, because you've either already learned it or it's repetitive to something that you may be learning future tense. Okay, I'm going to pause for a moment so you guys can marinate on that. Okay, now, even though we may not cover every little sentence in the text, it does not mean I do not want you guys to understand and read it on your own, okay? A lot of what you're going to be learning in this semester, it is a hybrid-based course. So some of it is in school, some of it is online. Majority, if not all of what you're going to be learning in school is hands-on. So you are expected to read, you are expected to interpret, you are expected to understand. And if you don't, I am an open book. Please text me. Text me and say, hey, I'm not sure about this. Hey, what did this mean again? I'm pretty thorough, but just in case you guys are not understanding, please follow up with the text. So again, every single word and sentence I will not be going over. You will see, okay? However, you are still expected to have a general understanding of what that paragraph said and what that picture meant, okay? Now I'm going to move into one more thing before I end this video here. Do you see everything highlighted in yellow? You see it? And here you'll see explain how skincare products and ingredients are significant to estheticians. It's highlighted in yellow, okay? When you guys see on, I'm going to skip around, so excuse me. You guys see on, okay, you see here, adverse reaction symptoms, that's also highlighted in yellow. Anything highlighted in yellow, I really want you guys to read and I really want you guys to understand. There's a reason why it's highlighted in yellow. So if it's not highlighted in yellow, just because I'm not reading it word by word doesn't mean I don't want you to understand it and interpret it and all that good stuff. But the things that are highlighted in yellow, I especially want you guys to read. And it is especially what I will be covering in the lecture, okay? Anything in yellow, caution, stop, read, okay? Now let's talk about purple. Anything highlighted in purple will be on the test. Anything highlighted in purple will be on the test, literally. Now you'll see some things on the test, like for example, it may say, please define this definition as per Milady. I'm not asking you to Google the definition. I'm not asking you to chat GPT the definition. I'm not asking you to go off of what you heard the definition is. It is as per Milady. So whatever it says in the Milady text, that is what I'm wanting you to put as the definition. Okay? And remember, yellow, caution, stop, read, interpret. Yellow, you really need to, or excuse me, purple, you really need to know because it is a test question. And literally, if you are following along with what is in purple, you would do A-OK on the test, okay? Now, during orientation, I'm going to show you guys exactly what some of the tests look like so you guys feel comfortable. This video here is specifically just for the Zoom, as well as the YouTube portion, lecture portion of what you guys are going to be seeing. When I go through orientation, I'll be going over the kits. You guys are receiving your books, receiving your kits, and we're going to talk more about classroom expectations. Those are the things we're going to be covering during orientation, okay? If you have any questions, please follow up with me. And as stated, I will be sending you guys the link to the videos. I don't want you guys working ahead. So I'm not going to send you all 13 weeks of the videos. I do not want you working ahead. However, okay, for some weeks, you will be working ahead. Only if I say, hey, I'm opening up the chapter for 2 weeks now. And normally you won't see that until more so the end of the semester when we have a little bit more wiggle room, okay? Now, another thing, one last thing I want to go over, please ensure you are checking your emails. So anytime we go over workshops, or we go over certain things for certifications. I will be emailing you guys packets. The packets will contain consent forms, protocols. Please look those over. Do not wait until the day of class to say, oh yeah, I remember the email. Please make sure you're looking it over. You're not supposed to understand it entirely, but I want you to have a general understanding of what was sent in the email. Okay? The first week, we're going to be going over yoni steaming. So I'm going to be sending you guys over a packet which contains everything from yoni steaming. I'm not expecting you guys to study and understand all the herbs and all of this and all of that, but I am expecting you to understand or have a general concept of the term yoni steaming and how and what it is. So when you guys see the pot, when you see the herbs, you're not like, well, what is that? Why is that there? Okay. Now, if you have any questions, any concerns, please let me know. Open communication. I'm going to send this link to you via text, just so that you have it. But moving forward, everything will be sent via email. Emailing is just easier for me. I just copy, paste, boop, 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 put the subject, and the email is sent out. All right. Enjoy. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I will see you guys during orientation. I'm actually going to send this out now. All right. Take care.